everybody. It's National Bee Day 2020, aka May 20th. So 5/20/2020. Welcome. It's National Bee Day, or International Bee Day, and coincidentally, Nikki and I have to put some honey supers on our hives because they are getting really full, and we need to give them more room. Otherwise, they are going to swarm, and we don't want to subject our neighbors to that, and we don't want to have to catch any more because we're pretty overloaded. But so I'm going to gear up. I have my super cute bee wellies, which I just love. Keep my ankles protected, and ask me how I did that, how I know about that. I have my white reusable gloves, and I have my vented suit, which is the awesomest thing ever. If you're a beekeeper, get a vented suit. You will thank yourself. Earlier today, I took an infrared photo of the hive, and you can see how white or light yellow it is in there, which means it's really warm, and that means there are a lot of bees in there. So we have to give them more space, otherwise they could swarm. Now that I'm all geared up, I got my vented suit on, nice and cool, well, relatively, and it's way too big, so it's gonna flop like this. Just get used to that. But I have my tool bucket here, which is literally a bucket with a tool insert on it, and then I put all my bee stuff here, scissors and tape and just all kinds of extra things. Most importantly though, is my hive tool, so that I can get in and get out the frames. And then I have my smoker all ready to go. If you want to know how to do a smoker, there are lots of videos on the internet. We don't need to do one for you, but and I'm not great at it, so I don't feel that I can train other people anyway. So what I do, based on a book that I will give you the name of, but what I do is I smoke the front entrance gently. Let the bees know that, you know, they need to kind of go inside. And then I'm going to put a couple puffs under the hood. And then I'm going to let them kind of adjust. So I'm going to keep doing that for all my different hives that I'm going to work on today. And then that way the bees will be nice and calm when I go in. Okay, now that the bees have had a little chance to understand and calm down, I'm going to put my smoker right near the entrance just so it can kind of waft over them. And then I can lift the lid gently, and if it cracks at all, I want to use my hive tool to open it because the bees don't really like loud noises. I usually take my top and set it somewhere near so that if there are any bees on it, they can kind of crawl out. Generally speaking, the inner cover is going to be glued down with propolis, which is a sticky residue that they make from tree resin, and it helps kind of seal their hive, kind of like weatherproofing for us. So I'm just going to kind of loosen the corners gently, try not to make any large, loud sounds. And once I have it loosened, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more puffs inside and give that a second or two. And then I can open it up. Okay, now that I have the inner cover off, I'm going to set that next to the outer cover, very gently, no loud noises or anything. And then because I want to just keep one box where they're going to raise new bees called brood, I'm just going to put a queen excluder on, and you can see this one's been used before. They kind of put wax in it. But what this does is it allows the worker bees to go through the screen the queen excluder, and go up in and deposit the honey in the top. But there aren't going to be baby bees in there or cocoons from baby bees. So that's actually a really nice thing because it can kind of alter the taste of the honey. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on gently. One of the tricks you can do is you can kind of put it on sideways and then rotate it to make sure the bees are out of the way. Because two things that will make the bees upset. One is loud noises, and the other is crushing bees. They really don't like that. They get mad. You killed their friends or their sisters, so they get pissed off. So now I've got my honey super here, and this is a little bit shallower than the brood box, and that is by design because once this fills with honey, it gets quite heavy. So I'm just gonna rearrange my frames in here, make sure. So anyway, you can see it's just an empty frame. They'll put wax on it, and then they'll fill it with honey. So hopefully what they'll do is they'll move any honey down below up into the top, and then they'll have more room for the queen to lay eggs and keep their colony healthy. So I'm all done now, which is super quick. It's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, and I'm gonna turn it upside down. I like to do that because when the bees are crawling around here, I don't wanna crush them because I can't see them. At least I can see them now. And then I'm gonna put my inner cover on, hopefully without hurting any of them, because again, that's what makes them mad. And I'm gonna see if I can kind of get them to go away. Another trick I found is you can take a branch and kind of brush them off so that they go away and they don't get mad because it's just a branch. Come on. Okay. On to the next one. So we've put on our honey supers on our strong hives or colonies, and the queen's in the bottom where she's going to continue to lay new eggs and make more bees. And now the top can just be the pantry, and they're all set for now, and hopefully they have enough room in their house, they're not going to swarm, and we'll get some yummy honey out of it. Happy International Bee Day. Thanks for watching.